Look twice. The paint moves. The person breathes. What is real and what is art? Art has always been fascinated with the human body. It is our first home, the vessel we navigate the world in. For centuries, artists have drawn it, sculpted it, and painted it onto canvas. But what happens when the body itself becomes the canvas? I'm not talking about festival body art, glitter and bright colors. I'm speaking of something far more profound, something that changed how we look at the human form in modern art. The artist is Alexa Mead, and her work asks a simple yet revolutionary question. What if we painted a person to look like a painting? Imagine a figure sitting in a chair. The person seems to be made of thick, expressive brushstrokes. The light on their face isn't real light. It is yellow paint. It is white paint. Painting on the human body is, of course, nothing new. It is one of the oldest art forms in human history, stretching back tens of thousands of years. Our ancient ancestors used ochre and charcoal to decorate their skin for rituals, for camouflage, to signify status within a tribe. Intricate henna, South Asia and the Middle East. Symbolic body paint, indigenous Australia, Africa, the Americas. The body has long been a canvas for identity, belief, and community. Art that was lived in, moving, breathing with its wearer. As societies evolved, the tradition continued in new forms. Powdered faces and rouged cheeks, 18th century European aristocracy. Body paint as a mask to signal wealth and leisure, a mask hiding the blemishes of real life. 20th century performance artists began to use bodies more radically. Yves Klein, models as living brushes for blueprints, exploring artist, model, and artwork relationships. The body became a tool for making marks on canvas. Ancient traditions used paint to enhance the three-dimensional body. Mead uses paint to flatten the body, erasing three-dimensionality. Unlike artists who made marks on other surfaces, Mead makes the body the final artwork. The person is not a brush. The person is the painting. Alexa Mead's journey to becoming an artist was not a traditional one. She didn't spend her youth in art schools, mastering techniques of the old masters. In fact, she studied political science at Vassar College, and her initial career path pointed to Washington, D.C. This background in politics informs her unique perspective. She is interested in perception, how we see the world, and how that perception can be manipulated. Her fascination with shadows was the starting point. She wondered what would happen if she painted shadows directly onto objects, reversing the natural order. She began experimenting in her basement. Grapefruits, fried eggs, then moved on to painting a friend. When she looked through her camera lens at the result, she knew she had discovered something extraordinary. The three-dimensional person had vanished, replaced by a two-dimensional image. Her influences are not just painters, but also thinkers. She's spoken about artists like Robert Irwin. You can see this in how the viewer experiences her work. Her style borrows from thick, visible brushwork. Impressionists, Expressionists, Vincent van Gogh, Lucian Freud. She's not after photorealism. She wants you to see the paint, the artist's hand, the tension between reality and illusion, between three dimensions and two. One of her most famous early works shows a man submerged in a bathtub filled with milk. The man is submerged. A bathtub full of milk. Only his head is visible. Only his hands are visible. Everything is painted. The milk's surface is a flat plane of white paint. Blue and gray lines suggest ripples. His face is a canvas of bold strokes. His hair a swirl of black and gray. The scene feels mundane and utterly surreal. The emotion is quiet contemplation. A still moment flattened into a single image. Painterly. Not shocking. Another series places figures in complex, fully painted environments. Imagine a woman sitting on a bed. Walls, sheets, pillows, a lamp. Everything covered in expressive strokes. She is painted just the same, blending into her surroundings. The scale is ambitious. Entire worlds as paintings, often shown in a wide shot, taking in the whole scene. The figure is part of a larger, constructed reality, prompting questions about how environments shape identity. A third approach focuses on form through cropped frames. We might only see painted hands holding an object, a painted newspaper, a painted cup of coffee. The focus is tight and intimate. No face. Gesture tells the story. studying form and color. Across all pieces, the human form is treated with respect. There is no sense of exploitation. The models are collaborators, bodies as surfaces for artistic exploration, not objects of desire. When Alexa Mead's work is displayed in a museum or gallery, it is usually in the form of large-scale photographs. You walk into a quiet, white-walled room, confronted with what looks like vibrant, textured paintings. The colors are bold, the brush strokes are visible, the compositions are classical. You lean in closer to examine the texture of the canvas, and the first hint of confusion sets in. As you move through the space, a monitor plays on a loop. On the screen, one of the painted figures slowly turns their head or blinks. This is the moment of revelation for many viewers. Murmurs turn to gentle gasps as people look back with new eyes. They are not paintings of people, but photographs of painted people. Crowds gather, pointing and discussing, trying to unravel the illusion, the photographs as evidence of a remarkable performance. Occasionally, museums host live installations where Mead paints a model in front of an audience. The gallery becomes a studio. Visitors watch as a three-dimensional person is converted into a two-dimensional artwork. The process demystifies the trick, but deepens appreciation for the skill involved. The reaction is hushed fascination and wonder. It is art that is immediately accessible, yet rewards deeper looking. Critics and curators praise its innovation, a new way to engage with the age-old tradition of portraiture, bridging painting, photography, and performance. So, what does this all mean in our contemporary culture? Mead's work speaks directly to our modern obsession with surfaces and images. We live in an age of social media, where we carefully curate our images, presenting flattened, two-dimensional versions of our lives. She literally paints a new surface onto her models, creating a living, breathing profile picture, a metaphor for identity online. By covering the skin, Mead paradoxically draws our attention to the person underneath. We become acutely aware of a living, feeling human being beneath the layers of paint. A blink, a breath, small movements that feel profoundly human. Her work challenges conventional standards of beauty. The bodies are not idealized or sexualized. The beauty is in the transformation. A wrinkle becomes an opportunity for a compelling stroke. Beauty relocates from body to artistic interpretation. Some call it a one-trick pony. But the trick is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the doorway to ideas about perception, identity, and the nature of reality. Her evolving projects, full environments and layered narratives, prove it is more than a clever idea. Viewers linger, engaged by both the spectacle and the questions it raises. In the end, why does the art of Alexa Mead matter today? It matters because it makes us look again. In a world overflowing with images, where we scroll past faces and bodies, her work forces us to pause. It disrupts how we normally see and makes us question what is real, an act of questioning that matters now more than ever. Her significance lies in genuine innovation. It's rare to invent something truly new. Mead has done exactly that. She carved a space between painting, photography, performance, and sculpture, a space entirely her own. She took the ancient tradition of body painting and turned it on its head, not to adorn the body, but to make it disappear into painterly illusion. That contribution secures her place in modern art, expanding what a painting can be and what a portrait can be. The themes are timeless: the relationship between inner self and outer presentation, authenticity and artifice, the nature of identity. Her art is philosophical without preachiness, profound without pretension. As physical and digital worlds blur, her questions grow more pertinent. Next time you encounter one of her images, take a moment, look past the trick, and consider the living, breathing person at the heart. There, between the paint and the skin, is where the real art lies.